Well, back out at it today finally. I had a slow start. I had to run some errands, food shopping, and all kinds of stuff for Riley, and took him for a good walk in an abandoned movie theater, outside movie theater, drive-in. So I took a walk through that whole area and whatnot. So finally getting started. We're supposed to get a bunch of rain tonight and off and on rain all week. So I'm going to see what I can get done where I need the tractor in the yard, like on the dirt, because once it gets wet, I don't want to be ripping everything up and making ruts and all that stuff. It's pretty resilient now that it's nice and dry. So I think a couple of things will be baseline of these sections of furnace. These things are super heavy, so I think baseline will be get these over there in that corner behind that tree stump, and the shelf, the skin for it. Under there I got all the old 2x6s for the roof rafters, not all of them, but a bunch. I may see if I can pick those up and put them out back. And then over here, hey look, you know what that is? Come on. Who knows what that is? I think that's the flip over bale for a glass, like canning jar. More trash in the yard. Constantly trash everywhere. But anyway, I got a big piece of timber right here, big, like 10 by 10 or whatever that is. I'll see if I can get that out. And I'm on the fence. I think I want to take down these trees right here, because I want this to kind of be a hangout spot, but I'm not 100% sure yet. So I might grapple those and rip those things out of there. We'll see. But outside of that is, I got all the cinder blocks here, concrete column there, more cinder blocks down there. So I'll probably get the tractor in here, get those loaded in the bucket and shuffled out of the way. And then down over here, maybe I'll load up all these and shuffle those things out back somewhere. I think there's more cinder blocks here in the corner. There's some rocks, but I think there's some cinder blocks there. But I do want to move this out of the middle of the yard, but also there's some good sized tree trunks here and over there. So I'll probably see if I can take the bucket with the forks and at least shuffle these ones sideways, get those ones picked up, and maybe put them over here. This pile of debris, probably just push that closer to that tree, and yeah, just kind of poke around. I just want to make more of this mowable. Like right now I'm like mowing in there and then around this thing and back over here and then around and whatnot. And then I think there's another one here. Yeah, and I was having to mow out and around here last summer because of this log here. So I'll get that picked up and out of there, and then maybe I can just keep mowing at an angle. May try and flip that. That's solid concrete. That's a counterweight for a tractor that we found back here. And yeah. Oh, and then there's a big square timber right there and more concrete blocks there, like cinder blocks. So I may see about all that so I can mow that corner also. Because end of the goal is basically this fence line right here. I want to be able to mow all of this all the way around the house to that fence line and all the way out here. Minimum. I want to be able to just maintain the perimeter so Riley has a good distance without getting in the tall grass, because the tall grass is wicked bad for ticks. So I figure if I get the tall grass down, it's less appealing for deer to come and lay down, because deers carry a lot of the ticks. But if I can get that done, then it will be less appealing, because I think they like kind of hidden areas. So if it's clear cut, they might not be as prone to come up to this section of the yard. Let's see what happens. But I'm going to get the forks put on the bucket on the tractor, start moving some of this heavy stuff, and we'll see where we land. That was a long start, sorry about that. Well, I forgot to press record, and I got all the furnace pieces out. Where that rubber is hanging on that thing, there's hornets in there. So they were like swarming me the whole time while I was setting up the camera and everything, and I was like running out. I must have not hit the button, but you missed out on some good footage because I was scrambling. I kept dropping things off the bucket, off the forks and everything, because I was trying to get away from the hornets. But it's over there now. Yeah, that's all the furnaces, the water tank and stuff all stacked over there. And now that stuff is out. And I'm not too concerned with doing a full cleanup right now because of the bees, mainly, the hornets. I just want to get everything done that I can use the tractor for. That way there I can, once I'm done with the tractor today, I could do everything else by hand. So it doesn't matter if the yard gets a little soggy. So just kind of piecemealing a little bit. Let's get back to it. Sorry about that again. And as usual, that little area right there, I saw maybe 3 red bricks. I pulled out, I don't know, 40 of them. And then over here, yeah, all down over here, I've been stacking all broken glass, because every time you move one brick, you find a bunch of shards of broken glass. So, not like much of anything surprises me anymore, but it still surprises me how, like, you see the edge of something, and next thing you know, it's deep, just like that. Oh, one more load. Well, with a lot of the logs and stuff like that moved, and sorry, warming up the weed whacker at the moment. Sorry if that's a little loud, but I'm gonna start working all up in here. Start clearing out this rock wall. Figured that'd be a little satisfying thing to do right now. I think I still got a little time with the tractor. Wind's kicking up. I have a huge piece of a plow cutting edge wedged into the thing here. Let's see if I can show you. Yeah, that's a big piece of plow cutting edge. Definitely overrated for this thing, but I'm hoping that's going to stop the wind from... Alright, bear with me here. How's the palm of my hand look? Pretty clean? There we go. Yeah, so I'm going to work on some of this. Let's see if this will be like one of the satisfying pieces for the day. Well, my neighbor stopped over and had a beer for me, so got to shooting the breeze with him and let Riley out for a few, and the sun's just about setting, so I'm gonna see what I can get done in the last little bit. I was really hoping to have this whole wall area cleared, so let's see what I can get done with the little bit of time I have. Let's get back at it. Well, that ends the day. Wasn't as satisfying as I'd want. Hey, look, I got lighting. Yeah, it wasn't as satisfying as I wanted, but any progress is satisfying, and this was pretty satisfying. So we got most of that rock wall cleared. I didn't bother taking down the trees just yet. Still on the fence if they're coming down. I think they are. I think I want to do like patio blocks with like a fire pit and chairs around there, but we'll see. But leveled out a couple of areas at the very end on the far side where I moved some down trees that were laying out there and that fire pit and stuff like that. Nothing's perfect. You'll probably be able to see with the light here how unlevel the yard is. So I still got to go back and like re-scrape it all and whatnot, but most of the highs still have grass on them. So maybe I won't scrape them down until I'm ready to seed. I don't know. We'll see. But this is where we landed off. So ended up just putting that smoker over here for now. And there's that rock wall revealed for the most part. Just heard something shuffling over here. But yeah, there's that rock wall. Something was just shuffling. What is it? That's a frog. Look at a frog over there. You guys want to see the frog? There we go. Hello, Mr. Frog. We'll give him his space. I just ripped up this whole area. But yeah, so that whole rock wall. There's a old school stone grinding wheel. But all the vines are off this section of what's left of the fence. A lot of this is cleared out and whatnot. Like I said, I didn't get nowhere near as far as I wanted, but it's satisfying to see that and all this to be clear. We're gonna get rain tonight, and that was the goal of trying to get a bunch of that done before the rain came. And then over here, this corner of the garage right there, that's where all the cinder blocks were and all the regular bricks that were hidden under there. There was a big timber right here along the side of this tree and some chopped up old rotten pieces of log, so those are gone. And this is where that smoker was sitting along with two down trees. So just kind of rough ground that a little bit smoother. Just put those trees at the, kind of the property line. And then there was just mounds of dirt right here. So I just pushed those back a little bit so I can kind of mow around these trees and whatnot. There was another one, another timber over there near the front edge of that, sticking out where those weeds are. So now I can mow over there. So yeah, so now this whole area, as it grows in, I can mow it. I want to level it better, but that can be mowed. This can all be mowed up in here so, to some extent. And then I still have to weed whack and pull all this crap out of here so I can mow. But we'll get to it the next time I have a dry day. So with that said, I am done. I am filthy. Been in a cloud of dust. I've been whipped in the face a million things with the weed whacker because I was using the three-pointed star metal blade on it. So things are whipping at me. I thought I busted my lip open with one of them, but I'm not bleeding, so that's a positive. And Riley still needs to go for a walk, so I gotta go in and get cleaned up, check myself for ticks thoroughly, and call it a night. Let's see what we can do tomorrow. Thanks again for stopping by. You guys are awesome.